Yo, what's up guys, it's P9 back at it again with a new video, and in today's video we have the new devlog. It's Unturned 4.0 Devlog number 16. I sound a little bit tired, and I still am tired because I have just done a 24-hour live stream yesterday, and I just woke up like 5 minutes ago, and I just saw the message that a new devlog is out, and I thought I had to do a video on it immediately, so you guys know what's going on. I'm already like 12 hours late or something. So yeah, we better react to this right now. You guys absolutely liked the last time when I reacted to it, like 1.1k likes or something. So I'm doing it again. Hello. Don't mind my hair, anything. Like I said, I just woke up, and yeah, Unturned 4.0 Devlog 16 again, cars apparently, and yeah, let's look into this. I already saw this screenshot here. He basically said this is not included in the devlog right now, but that this is going to be possible. It's just not enough to show in a video quite yet. Let's watch this again, 10 minutes 47. I probably won't say as much as last time because many people didn't want me to say that much, but I will definitely say my. We will see. Let's just start.
Hello. As you can see, it's very snowy now. After the last update, I was wanting to work on tire tracks for the cars, specifically for like mud and grass and snow. So I decided to start working on that, and next thing you know, Calgary is super snowy too. So that might have been a bad idea, but I'm quite happy with how it turns out. But it's cold in here, so let's turn the engine on. Now you can turn the engine on and off. And if we take a look outside, you can see some of the changes to the car that have happened over the last week, or I guess it will last 3 weeks. There's some steam coming out of the car exhaust since it's cold out. Bigger trucks will have more exhaust, and you know what to expect. As well as the headlights now, it's they don't go into full bright mode when you turn the car on. There's the daytime running lights, and when you turn the low beams on, that's when you'll notice the.
Just saying, I can see a ramp over here, and he better jumps over this ramp. Everyone wanted last time. Everyone wanted to see it, and he better does it this time. I swear to God, Nelson. You gotta do it. Okay, you better do it.
The other like running lights come on, like your brake lights. And if you hold down the headlight key, you can turn on your high beams. For most of the time, you probably use low beams though. And that goes for the interior stuff too. Like if we turn the headlights on, you can see some of the heads-up display turns on as well. That's the speedometer if we drive around a little bit. I'm thinking of doing a few other things like that too. Specifically the fuel gauge. I'm thinking to put it there in the car so that way passengers can see it. Oh, you can see the hand blending into that. Let's see, what else have I been working on? One change is now you can see the signal arrows inside. This is probably not the most important feature, but I keep talking about it. You can also turn on the hazard lights.
I mean, that's good for roleplay, I guess.
Oh, and you probably also noticed that there's the glass in the car now, and it does look quite nice with some of the reflections from certain angles. It's darker when you're looking in from the outside, so it's a bit tinted. And then maybe some fancy cars will have like fully black
and then it
rear
kind
windows to keep prying eyes away. And you can of course open these. This goes into one of the big things I've been working on was cleaning up a lot of the code from the previous update. One thing with developing the game is you have to make it once to know how to do it properly. So the first version was kind of the messy version, and then I was going through and cleaning everything up. And so one aspect of that was splitting everything up into components. And so I talked the last update about how I want to fit like vehicles that you ride on horseback or something into this whole system. And so part of that is making it so that you can selectively choose which pieces of logic you want to use for your different vehicles. So one aspect of that is the pressurization component. So right now that's used for like when the window opens and closes, you can hear the outside audio. But for a vehicle like a submarine, that'll be used to keep the water out, and so you won't be drowning if you're in your submarine and you have all the windows and hatches closed. Although I don't think submarines have windows.
Submarines? Is he gonna add submarines, or was that just an example? We'll see.
I have a couple notes here to keep on track. What was the other? Oh yeah, and then something like seating, that was also moved to components. So when you sit down in the car, your character is actually very loosely coupled to the vehicle concept. Instead, you're just registered as sitting, and so then that'll be reused for things like mounted turrets or just like a bed that you can lie down on, or furniture, whatever you build. Let's see. So then, driving around with the engine on, you can see that it leaves these nice tracks in the snow, as well as you don't squeal everywhere now. It has the sound of rice falling on plastic is the sound of the kind of gravelly sliding for the snow drifting.
That looks and sounds pretty cool.
This is probably good for the engine. I was holding on the handbrake there, in case that wasn't clear. And you can see that as the snow's... Well, you can't see the snow falling right now because I haven't added that yet, but you can see the snow filling in over time.
Looks really good.
But the tracks stay around for a good amount of time, and if it wasn't snowing... I mean, obviously it isn't snowing right now, but if snowing were added and it wasn't snowing, then the tracks would just stay there. So we can drive around with that. Oh, and then one of the really cool things about this that I've wanted to do since I added the puddles to Unturned 3 is if we head over here, whoops. Okay, so there's the collision stuff. There's a bit of a edge there. I just put down this simple road. And so you can see that this cube is stopping the snow from falling onto the road here. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. With Unturned 3, you couldn't interact with anything in the car because your interact was overridden to just exit. Whereas now, one of the other changes I made was making it so that when you want to get out of the car, you have to actually look at the door. I'll probably have another hotkey for exiting the car. But this means that there could be like the hazard lights button to press it, or tuning the radio, or maybe turning the lights on in the car when it's nighttime. So that's going to open up a lot of other options, especially for cars that like you're walking around, like an RV or something. You want to be able to interact with stuff inside. So now you actually have that option. And also the in and out animations are, let's show that again. Those animations are a lot faster and a little bit more polished now.
Yeah, so there's not much to say right now. It's basically what he was working on is some car features from what I've seen, and like snow. Yeah, there's not much to say to that. Yeah, there's a bunch of features that will definitely also be good for roleplay. Not necessarily PvP, but it's a good features. It's good features just in general for for the game. I like that he wants to make so you can interact with different things in a car. Maybe like put a GPS in the car or something so you actually can see the map. This is highly suggested for Unturned 3 for like years now, that you can put something in a car so you can see the map while driving, basically. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a thing. I mean, it has to be, right? I mean, it should be.
We're walking around down here, and we've got the Concord Sounds, and this doesn't really look like grass, but before heading back out to the snow, and whoops. Wait, I wonder if I ran out.
I thought this was my folder for a second.
Disk space. That's probably fine. And so this also applies to bases. So if you build a base in Unturned 4, and
a base.
Obviously base building is, but I promise this will be in because this is really cool. If you build a base, you'll see the rain and puddles on the top floor, and the snow, but it won't be inside your base. Same with the tunnels in Unturned 3. If you go in the metro, you see the rain puddles. But now, like, you could collect some snow and then melt it on the roof of your base by collecting it up there.
So there's going to be actual snow and rain physics, which is good.
Oh, whoops. I also didn't do the animations for the ignition keys or anything yet, so I still need to do that. For the grass, I did something similar to the snow, but right now the weather transitions aren't in place. That's one thing I want to work on for the next update, so we can start to see, how in Unturned 3 it's sort of like Yukon is the snow map and Russia is the autumn map. So right now I'm thinking that there will be certain areas that are like a specific biome, whatever the word is. But instead the seasons will change over the course of the days, and you'll be able to see the snow come down and cover up the trees and everything.
Yeah. You better jump over this ramp,
Then of
Nelson.
course there's the speedometer inside now. Oh, the cat just knocked something off the counter. Let's see. Here's I talked last update about the collision stuff, and that also works with the interior-exterior audio. So we crash and but there's also scraping. So if we slide along the edge here, whoops. Let's just back up a bit to get in this gap.
Holy shit.
So you can see that there's some effects for collisions and stuff, and if we go
so wait.
Go really fast into a tree, hopefully cross your fingers that we don't break something. But yeah, so there's different collision effects now. I was hoping to have the passenger animation things ready for this.
I hope it makes so if you like run into something with like full speed, then obviously something should break. If it's not the car, maybe I mean, it's very hard to make the car break. You know, from development perspective, but it should definitely be possible to make so at least like the engine breaks or something, or something breaks. I don't know. Something.
Preview, but there
maybe tire.
Is still some engine level changes I have to make. That's one of the things that's really exciting about using Unreal instead of Unity, is already like the engine. I've made a whole bunch of changes to better accommodate Unturned, doing things that just I couldn't do with Unity because it's closed source. I know last time I also forgot to go off the ramp, so let's back up here and let's go off this ramp over there.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you. Oh, you better not be like Unturned 3.
There we go.
Damn.
This hill is also pretty.
It's actually not like Unturned 3. No. But yeah, no, that's pretty good. I mean, the car isn't bouncing around for like 20 minutes after you jump over a ramp. That's pretty good. I hope it's also the case in like when you like drive over hills and, you know, ramps on hills, and if you like go downwards and all that downhill.
Pretty steep, that's why we can't drive up it. You'll need this car isn't the best at going cross-roading or off-roading. So if we try and go up this hill over here, we'll probably get stuck. It doesn't have very much clearance, as you can see. But something like a 4x4 truck with good suspension would get up there better. Yeah, you can hear the sort of chassis of the car grating against the ground there. I'm not sure if it should make sparks on snow, but it looks cool. Yeah, so the car's not happy going across that. You don't want to go off-roading in this car. Let me just check my list here. I know I'm a little bit sporadic. Okay, I'll just show you one other thing. If I back up over here, is that now when you're on sloped surfaces, your legs will adapt to the surface. I know a lot of games have this. I just think it's neat to see it in Unturned now. But you can see the leg going up there.
Some details.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in this week. Hope to have more for you soon. And I think this is really starting to get pretty polished-ish for the cars. So I'm hoping to have some sort of vehicle demo. Right now my plan is to strip out some of the stuff that's very work in progress still. Like right now the all the animations and clothes still need redoing, so I'm thinking of just trying to get rid of everything that isn't the cars and starting to give it out to a few people, but we'll see what happens with that. We know that my timelines haven't exactly come super true yet. Talk to you next one. Bye-bye.
I bet. So, alright. So, what do we have in this devlog? I, of course, didn't talk as much, just like mentioned in the beginning. There was also not that much to talk about. A bunch of details that are definitely good, but nothing that really affects the gameplay in any way. Not yet. So there's this this tracks here when you drive over snow. The snow kind of disappears on these you know. So like where you drive over the snow, it disappears and then it comes back. And he also said it's gonna be snowing, so this is when it's, you know, generating the snow back, kind of. He also said, yeah, he also has like some of those here, some of a hut in the car, collision sounds, collision effects, when you go over a ramp, and like there's actual physics here, as you can see. Only one leg is like going up the ramp, the other one is still here. So that just shows that there's actual physics now. And at the very end he said he's trying to, so it's like a vehicle, it's like a vehicle beta, I would say. So he basically removes everything but the cars. So you can drive around, drive over ramps, run in some trees. Again, this is not confirmed, this is just something he thinks. And he also said to some people, to a few people. So I'm kind of curious, who's it gonna be? Is it gold players that will get it? Is it players with a certain amount of hours in Unturned? Is it just content creators? Is it community members? Is it maybe everyone? I don't know. He doesn't even know either at this point, I think. So yeah, that's it with the devlog. Again, this is the picture here that he shows. It wasn't ready to put in a video quite yet. He also said, I'm looking forward to read your feedback. Lots of little changes in his videos comes from comments too. For example, when you turn the tires in place, it's now audible. Again, how did I turn on my flashlight? I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to leave a like if you did so. And also, again, comment your feedback about this devlog. Everything you have, comment it down below. So Nelson will maybe, hopefully, eventually, probably, most likely, maybe, hopefully read it, and he will maybe take some of your suggestions and put it in the game. That's the coolest thing ever, if Nelson actually puts something that, like, your idea in the game. But yeah, guys, that's it. If you want to see more devlogs, again, leave a like. I don't know. I'm really tired. I will probably go to bed again. No, actually not, because I am hosting a Unturned tournament later, and I gotta prepare everything till then. So, but I'll go breakfast. I didn't even eat. I just straight up woke up, and I'm recording this video now. Make sure to check out my Twitch channel as well. I'm streaming there basically every day. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, and bye.